Hello, my name's Julie from So Unique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. Well, welcome to episode 133, I think we're on. I hope everybody's had a lovely week, and I hope you've managed to get some sewing done this week, or whatever other crafts that you are into. What have I been up to this week? Well, not a great deal in the crafting this week. I certainly did plenty over the last couple of weeks, but this week it's not been as much. I have been out hospital visiting, which takes up time in the evening. Adele and myself went on Friday afternoon, so after I finished work at 2 o'clock we went to hopefully catch the bus at 6 minutes past 2, and the bus didn't turn up. So of course we're stood out in the heat, the hot sunshine, so that didn't help. And basically for us to go to the hospital, it's 2 bus journeys, so it was quite warm that day. And of course when we get to the hospital we went and got a drink, and obviously went up to the ward where my mother-in-law is, and we were there for a good 2 hours, and it was absolutely roasting in the ward. I think there might have been the odd patient that had got a fan on, but no, it was red hot. So by the time we left, another bus journey. We actually got a lift from the hospital from my son and daughter-in-law, which was nice. So we got the bus back home, and by the time that I'd walked up from the centre of the town back to my house, I was actually starting to feel unwell at that point. I'm thinking, oh, it's probably because I'm hungry. So I came in, got something to eat. I wasn't really hungry, but I went and got something to eat, and I hadn't realised that it had been 7 hours since I'd actually had any food since lunchtime. So I thought, well, that was my own fault. And I had one small drink while I was at the hospital, and I didn't have anything else until I got in. And I thought, well, that's my fault, so it's probably no wonder I'm not feeling very well. So I didn't actually pick up that evening at all. I didn't feel so good, and I thought, no, I need to go and do some sewing. So I came out here, and I think I had about half an hour to 3/4 of an hour doing a little bit of sewing. So then I went to bed after that, got up Saturday morning for work, and I still felt horrible. And I'd got no appetite at all, and I'm thinking, oh, you've got to eat something. So I had a bit of toast, I think, for breakfast, and I took a yoghurt for lunchtime. I thought, I need to have something. And lunchtime came and went, and I didn't eat anything. So when I got in, I put my yoghurt back in the fridge, had a nice cool drink, sat in front of my fan for a bit, and thought, you know, I've got to have something to eat here, otherwise I'm not going to feel well again still. So I did, and I must admit by the evening I could feel it lifting, whatever it was. So I don't know if it was dehydration, heat exhaustion, or what, but come Sunday, whatever it was had gone. I felt better, not 100%, but I felt a lot better, so I could get on with some things, and I did actually manage to get a little bit of sewing done on Sunday. But it is Monday today, and I am feeling fine, so that's good. So yeah, so even Adele doesn't like the heat, but she was fine. She didn't feel unwell or anything, so it's probably just all my own fault. I need to drink more and make sure I eat properly. Oh, I thought I would start by sort of what I bought this week. First thing's not very exciting. I got a little box of bag hardware, so that might give you an idea of what I've been doing. But I also got something. Now, I didn't buy this. Kevin bought it me, and I forgot to share it with you last week. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it properly, but it's a little hedgehog. It's a glass hedgehog from one of the conventions that they've been to, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So what I want to do is probably go to one of our local craft fairs, or do something myself, but get a nice plant pot that's got the hedgehog on, so I can put this in there with a nice plant, so that can either sit upstairs in the bedroom or downstairs. I've got to be careful obviously with Salem because he has a habit of getting on windowsills and knocking things off, so I don't want this to break. So I think I might have something for the bedroom, but absolutely love it. I've never actually seen anything like that before, so that was a little present off Kevin. So what have I been making? Well, like I said, I've not done a lot, but I have been using up some of the scraps. So if you remember last week I showed you some pumpkin fabric I've got left over, so I have made a pumpkin bag. I've got a nice sort of burnt orange channel at the top and we've got an ivory fabric inside, and it's got ivory flowers, so it's sort of, I think they're ivory, no, I think they're white flowers on ivory. Don't know if it's picking up, but it's got a nice, oops, box bottom there. So these will go on the website at some point. And I have got, when I showed you the fabric, I've got 3 of these smaller bags, and these are in a slightly heavier cotton, and they've got the cream on the inside with little white flowers, and I've got some of my new cording which is sort of cream, green and orange. So this is a small size of bag, so perfect for socks, mittens or small projects. Then I've got a notepad, and that is a padded one, and this has got the I don't know if they're butterflies or moths, to be honest. But they're very nice, and they are sort of edged, everything's edged in gold. I don't know if you can see the twinkle there. So we've got the notepad with the ribbon. It's just a lined pad. And then I've got this nice, oh well, flowers and dragonflies, which is really gorgeous. And I've used some of that nice fabric. It looks like a batik, that one. And that's the back. And that's the lined notepad. Oh, and it's got a green ribbon in this one. And then I did show you last week my Peter Rabbit quilt, and yes, I did finish it, and I was very surprised I managed to get it finished this week. I think if I'd have been hand stitching the binding on, I would have still been sewing, but I actually did a zigzag stitch on it, so it was quicker. So yep, and I did stitch in the ditch. I'm not going to open it up because you're not going to see the full effect of it in here. It's not a massive one, but yeah, so I'm really pleased with that. The back on it is sort of that green that we've got, and the binding, you can see that it's got the lettuces on. So it has got sort of, you can see bits of Peter Rabbit's feet on there. So yes, so I can put this away now. So that's another finished object. I think I'm doing quite well here finishing these things off. And the last thing I've been doing, this has probably taken me a little bit of time to do, but I have, it's trying to roll away, I have been making some like coin purses. So that's what the hardware's for. So you can probably get a bank card in here, I'm sure you can. I'll have to try it, but that's the inside, and then the corner seams have got binding on, so that's what takes the time. So the idea of this, I've got one, this isn't the book one, and that's got the ivory lining, and it's got, its corners are in yellow. And what I've done, or what you do with it, is you put it on one of these wristlets. Now this is the only one I've done that's got a book wristlet to go with it. Some of the others that I'm going to share with you, I haven't got any more of the fabric, so I can't make a matching wristlet. So I'm not sure whether just to make a plain wristlet or just put like a lobster clasp on here, because then you can just clip it to your jeans or inside a handbag, anything like that. But I think these are really lovely, and this is another, this was a pattern I bought, and it's a stash buster really, because I've been using it on some of my scrap fabrics. So that's that one, and obviously there's that one. Then we've got a pink one. It's got the blue on the inside. That's the back. So like I said, everything I've made here is all from scraps of fabric, which is great. I've actually cleared out some fabrics in the shop over the last few weeks, and I have made up some scrap boxes, and they are quite big scrap boxes. So that's going to be coming to the website. And this one is like an autumn one. It's got the foxes on and the, well, I'd like to say a hare, but it looks like a rabbit. And that's got a nice spotty line in it. And then this one is little toadstools. I have actually got a wristlet I can probably put with this one. Green zip and a nice sort of orangey lining. I have to say that these did take a few evenings to do, but I think it was well worth the time. So I've got the hedgehog one there, which I love this one, and I have got the hedgehog wristlet to go with this. It's got the yellow lining. I think I made 11 of these all together. And then this is the pumpkin one. And we've got the ivory lining. And then this is the blue with daisies on. And we've got a plain yellow lining. So that's very nice. And then we've got the chicken one. And that's got a yellow sort of leafy lining. And then the last one is, so this is the Halloween one with all the writing on and the bird cage and things like that. So that's the best sort of matching zip I've got, and that's got the off-white ivory with the white flowers in. So yes, that's kept me busy. I haven't actually got anything else to share with you that I've made this week. Cross stitch wise, I think I've got a couple of the little tiny motifs round the strawberries done, but I think it's only about 4 that I've done, so I'll save that for another time. What else have I had? Oh, I don't know if you can see. You can see there, that's another pegboard, I think. Is it? I think so. I have got, I'll just see if I can turn it round a little bit. Yeah, I've got 2 pegboards over there with the wristlets on. So that was another thing that I've got delivered this week. And that's full. So I might get another one next month, I'll see. But I've got to concentrate now on making a few more things for the craft fair that's coming up next month. It's earlier than what I thought actually. It's I think I've got four weeks this Saturday, I think it is, so I need to make a few more bits. I've just ordered myself one of those stretchy tablecloths that go over these tables with collapsible legs. So I've already got them in the shop. They're all stored away now. I doubt I tend to use them more than what I do these days, but I thought, well, I'm going to use the small 4-foot one because that'll do me, and I don't have any tablecloths, so I thought I'll get one of these. I think it's spandex, it's a stretchy one that goes over and covers the legs, so I thought I'll do that, and then I'll probably make like a banner for the front of the table at some point this month with my business details on, so that should be me done. I need to make some more keychains and some more of the hotel keychains, some stickers, and I'm going to see what fabrics I've got. If I've got anything that's perfect for scrunchies, I might do a few of them. I'm not sure what else I'm going to make, but I'm sure I'll come up with something. I need to fill a 4-foot table, so if you've got any suggestions, please let me know down below. I'd love to hear what you think, or if you've got any ideas for little small things that would be perfect for an autumn fair, because I don't know, I'm getting stumped a bit now. It can't be anything too time consuming, let's put it that way. I brought this home from work on Saturday, this big bag, and it is full of fabrics. I have got some fat quarters in there, scraps. I found some bits of autumn fabric. So I'm going to be working my way through this over the next few weeks to see what I can make. So I mean, there'll probably be big enough pieces to maybe make some book sleeves, maybe some bags, definitely some wristlets and these little pouches, and whatever else I can come up with. So that should keep me busy. So things that I make will go on the website. Now we have a bit of news about the website. It went live today as a tester, and I had to sort of put all my stuff to be verified. So that was like photo ID, which I've only just got because I didn't have any photo ID, so I've had to get that. So that's sorted. And then I had to do a test buy, which I did. So then that verifies me for taking payments. And it was all quite straightforward. So I just need to wait a couple of days for that to sort of see how that, if it comes through okay, the money. Then I've got a few items that that were new in the shop that I need to actually pop on there. So I've got the pictures of the fabric done. So I think I've got all the Halloween fabric to go on, so that's going to take a bit of doing. And the autumn fabric. The latest William Morris fabric's got to go on. It's all photographed, so that's going to be quick to do. What else? Then I need to take off like yarn and patterns, things like that, because I'm not selling them. There will be a sale section on there. So yes, there will be some yarn in there, because now I've got my own website, I can actually put the yarn on there at £1 a ball, or make up some like kits, like, well, not kits, some packs of 5 or 6 balls of yarn at £1 each. So I can do things like that. So that's probably going to be the last thing I'm going to do, because that is going to take me the longest. And obviously to get all the photographs of all the book sleeves and the wristlets and the little purses and the notepads, that's all going to take time. So that's going to be sort of the last thing as well that I need to do. So I'm going to be busy, I think, for the next 2 weeks, because I would like to get the website up and running as soon as possible. I've decided to have another section called the oopsie section, I think. I haven't got much to go in there, but I've got some pouches that I made, the ones that have got the magnetic clasp on, where you can put your crochet hooks in, or your DPNs, or like pens and that for like if you're journaling, things like that, that I made. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I mean, I will share these. Well, when the video goes, no, when the website goes live, or about to go live, I'm going to do a video then and share sort of details of things like that. All I've done is put the channel part for all your, like, your pens and crochet hooks and that, instead of it going in the middle section, I've put it in the back section. I don't know where my head was when I did that, but there we go, we do make mistakes. So I think things like that will be like half price, because otherwise they're just sat. I've got some sat at work and they're just sat there. And I can't use them all. I mean, I've got several pouches myself, so I thought I'm going to do that. So they've all got to be photographed and videoed and put on. So excuse me, it's going to take me a little while. So what I've decided to do, what with having to do all this stuff for the website and obviously visiting my mother-in-law in hospital, because she's been in a fortnight now, just over a fortnight, something's got to give. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to have either 1 week or 2 weeks off YouTube, just so I can get everything done, and then I'll be able to get back to normal then. Well, as normal as can be for my life at the minute. So yeah, so I think I've told you everything that's happening. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I've got to share with you. I think I've showed you everything I've made. Life update really. So yeah, well, I hope everybody's enjoying the weather at the minute. We've not had much rain, even though it said we're going to have thunderstorms and everything, we haven't had it. So I've actually got to go and pick the courgettes. I've just gone into the garden before I came out here, and I think I've got 3 courgettes that have gone a little bit mad over this weekend, so I need to go and pick them. And I think we're having a stir fry for tea tonight, so I can use them up. Tomatoes are coming along. I've actually got 1 tomato at the bottom of one of the plants that's just turning red, so that's a good thing. So yes, so it's going to be all go around here for a couple of weeks. So take care everyone, have a lovely time, hope you get some crafting done. Thank you so much for joining me today, and like I say, I will be back in a couple of weeks, all being well. So take care everyone, and bye for now.